Okay, the topic of second year first issues in agriculture sector in India. First, the main first issue is concern of protesting farmers because as we know that now there are so many farmers who are sitting in the university and they want right, they want their own rights. So these laws signal the beginning of the end of open-ended procurement of wheat and paddy. Basically, they want whatever they have to grow in the land. They want the actual price of the particular seed. The success of state Punjab and Haryana creating the infrastructure procurement may now become the reason of withdrawal of support of the center. Means they the two states Punjab and Haryana. Now they these two states want to improve the want to do some improvement in the agriculture sectors, and they do not want any support from the center government. Stocking by corporates, especially those which are in the modern retail and e-commerce. Next, the second main issue is land size. First, the main issue is decreasing area. This area under agriculture has been shrinking. Obviously, now day by day, the agriculture land will be declining. It is reduced from 1.59.5 million hectares in 2011 to 157 million hectares in 2015 and 15. So in this year, this this number will be declined, but in 2016, this number will decline. Means if the population increasing, this is the people who consume the land and the agriculture sector will be agriculture land will be declining day by day. Second point, increase in land holdings. The number of operational holdings has been rising. There are so many tasks which are increasing. They want to increase the land. Increase from 138.3 million to about 146 million will increase population. Why the land is decreasing? Because the main is increasing population. The previous population is 138.3 million, but it's about 146 million. So due to this reason, our agricultural land will be declining. And this leads to falling average land holdings like of farmers, which has come down from 1.2 hectares to about 1.8 hectares. Day by day, again the land size will be declining and the land holdings are unable to solve this issue. Second, next one, forced selling. Smaller landholders produce smaller pockets of produce. Means they uh, they need to force to sell their lands and they will get a income from the which they sell their property to another one. There's the agriculture produce market, money to or nearby market. Means this year APMC, this organization who buy a land, who force the farmer, I will buy your land and give you money. Due to small holding caused by fragmentation, small and marginal farmers are forced to sell their produce at the farm gate itself. Means they do not give the actual amount to the people. Those who have small land like around 1 acre or maybe less than 1 acre, and this authority, the member of this authority force the farmer they want to sell. This is especially so in states that have a weak network of APMC. Why they need? Because this organization has weak network. Means they are unable to develop these sectors. So that way they force the farmers, force the zemindar, and as they convince the farmers, and farmers will sell the property to this organization, and in return they will get income from this organization. No access to modern technology, bringing new technology and practice to such a large number of small orders scattered over vast countryside and integrating them with the modern input and output model is a huge challenge for Indian agriculture. Means those people who have less land, they are unable to use of modern technology in the agriculture in the agriculture sector because they do not have knowledge how to use it and how to get it is the biggest challenge for the farmers who have less land. Next point is no farm laborers than farmers. Means labor are more than farmers. A farmer is usually a farm owner. We can say the farmer, the actual meaning of those who have own agricultural land, while employers of the farmer, farm laborers, farm hands. Means labor people work in the farm owner and they will just get a salary according to their work. If you spend if you they just give you a month, sometimes the farm owner will give you 1 month salary, and after that, when the farmer work will be complete, then in the next month the labor will not get a work in the fields. Second point is employment in agriculture sector. As per some estimates from the Labor Bureau, 45% of India workers employed in the agriculture sector. Means total population around 45% people are working in this sector. Laborers in agri sector, according to census 2011, 55% of the agri workers comprises agri laborers. Means in 2011, 55% people come in the category of laborers. No support for labor. It is a tough to drive or sustain growth in agriculture since farm laborers get no policy support or incentive to invest in farming. Means those people who are farmers. They do not get any support from the government. They do not get any incentive. Whereas they develop their technologies, they work with the new technologies in the farming, and they are unable to invest money in the fields. Next one, owners getting the benefit. All the benefits like seed kit, fertilizers, pesticides, farm machinery, micro irrigation, land development, assistance are meant only for those who can through land ownership, those who have proper paper of the agricultural land. These people can get benefit from the new organization, like they will get seed kit, they get numerous chemicals like fertilizer which we use in the farming, pesticides. They also get farm machinery which may be helpful in the farming. The work will be easy of the farmers with the help of new technology. So in this way, but laborers cannot get any benefit because they don't have their own land. They just the owner will hire the labor to just complete the task in the fields. Next, falling investment in agriculture. The gross capital formation in agriculture as a percent of total GST in the economy has fallen from 8.5% financial year 2011 to 6.5% of financial year 2018-19. After few years, basically they are unable to invest in the agriculture sector, and economic will are unable to grow because if our agriculture sector will be growing, then our economic value will be increased. If this sector will decline, the economic value of the country will be declining. So this is because the share of private investment has shrunk. In this way, they are unable to invest. The investment in agriculture will be declining. So public investment has gone up. It is not sufficient to check the slide to keep the GSM at level. No doubt, the public who invest in this sector, but if the public invests in the fields, but the government cannot get benefit of the investment, which is being by the farmers. Next, subsidy and related issues. Flowing to business, a number of subsidies made for agriculture also flow to business. With the help of subsidies, we can easily complete the numerous tasks in the field. Example, grants given to food processing units and cold chain projects. Net loss of farmers. As per Indian Council for Research on International Economic Relations, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Means there are two organizations report. There are number of schemes run to support and provide a subsidize to Indian farmers because of aggressive policies on the marketing side, both domestic and international trade policies. And the deficit of basic infrastructure for storage, transportation, Indian farmers suffered net loss, thus emerged with net takes despite receiving subsidies. Means those farmers who have their own agriculture land, they get numerous, they get the numerous subsidies or numerous schemes which may be helpful for the farmers. They will also get domestic as well as international trade policy. There are some policies which may be beneficial for the farmers, and they also provide the infrastructure to the farmer as they can easily store the raw material, transport easily, and they do not need to pay any kind of tax when they they sell their wheat and rice to the authorized companies. And again, when the company from transfer the wheat and rice from one state to another state, they are unable to pay any kind of tax. Besides, despite receiving subsidies, means if no doubt they will get numerous benefits from the numerous organizations. So on that, on the whatever the farmer has grown, they do not need to pay tax to the government. This thing is reported by these two organizations. Next, minimum support price and related issues. Selective procurement means the government declare MSP for the 23 crops only wheat and paddy rice are procured in large quantity as they are required to meet the requirement of the public distribution system, which is about 65 million tons. Means there are so many seeds which are grown in the India, but the most the most seeds used by the individual like crop, wheat and rice, and it is produced in large quantities in the Indian nation. So they will, which is about 65 million tons people use the wheat and rice. And those farmers who are growing wheat and rice in their land, and it means they fulfill the requirement of the public. In this way, the government will set the price of these two crops. This price was set by the government. What price they actually give to the farmers according to the quantity. Next, second part, stagnant rates of MSP. The government declaration minimum support prices do not increase as per it increase the cost of production. Means the government do not support, means they just give this price according to itself, and they do not support the farmers. Being according to if their production is more, then they need to give the more prices to the farmers. But what are they have to set the price? They they take from the so for example, if you buy if a farmer will sell the wheat to the organization, then they will give you maybe 1,000 according to 50 kilo on the wheat. But when they store the goods, they will sell this raw material in the high price to the general public. So in this way, the farmer will not receive the actual amount of the goods and all the benefits taken by the government authority. So that is the biggest issue. Because farmer also want the price, also want a general price of the particular seed which they have grown. Next point is unequal access. The benefits of this scheme do not reach all farmers and for all crops. Means some types of benefits do not get each and every citizen, do not receive by each and every farmer in the country. So there are many regions of the country like North is the region with the implementation is too weak. There are some regions where the implementation of these kind of things is very weak, so they are unable to get these benefits from the authority or from the numerous organization. Next one, non-scientific practices. MSP leads to non-scientific agriculture practices whereby the soil, water are stressed to an extent of degrading groundwater table and salinization of soil. Means whenever we have to grow something, we need a huge water. So if you the huge water means our ground level water will be declining. So maybe the coming generation will not able to get water for drinking. So in this way, we need to do something. We need to apply those strategy which we have to save our natural sources, or which may be need for the each and every human being, because we can't survive without water. So in this way, they need to implement some strategies to save those things which is being necessary for the each and every human being, to protect these things. So due to non-scientific practices, water is used in a huge quantity. Thank you.